On this episode of the Bronze Metalist podcast, we talk about Hum of Hurt by Converge. Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Bronze Metalist Podcast. I'm Kale.
I'm OJ.
We're two professional broadcasters. We like metal, and we like to talk about it. And today, for the second time this year,
Converge.
we are talking about a new Converge album, and that's never happened before. No one's ever been able to do that before.
No one ever.
I mean, talk about a new one.
Sure.
I mean, like they've never put out two new albums in a year.
What if they put out an album in August?
That would be crazy. I would love for them to just have a King Gizzard year.
Yeah,
that would be insane.
Or Buckethead.
Yeah, like it would be really funny if they just kept putting out albums.
And they were this quality.
Yeah, and if they were all like this,
yeah,
that would be fantastic. But yeah, this is their second album in a year. We'll talk more about it later. It's fun. It's good.
Yeah,
it's Converge.
Uh-huh.
What do you want? How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic.
That's good.
Life is good.
That's good.
I'm all full of burger.
You had some Rockies.
I did. I had some Rockies.
Who we are not sponsored by.
We are not. Again,
I want to be clear.
Yeah.
We are not sponsored by Rockies Burgers and Fries. There's
burgers
more.
And, burgers and Franks and Die.
Burgers, Franks.
And Dies.
And Die. I think you were trying to go diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Or
with
dogs.
It.
Yeah,
or dogs. Yeah. You brought Guy Fieri into it. I pronounced it a little weird. I went halfway between Fieri and Fieri.
Yeah.
I went halfway, and it sounded wrong. I couldn't make up my mind while I was saying the word whether I wanted to be pretentious or not. I mean, it's not pretentious to say Fieri because that's just the way his last name is said.
Right.
But in any case,
and because he has a French first name.
Yeah, Guy.
Which would be Guy, yeah.
Guy Fieri. I mean, maybe he's Swiss.
Maybe
That's
how they are.
As you can be, it's just the next town over, they're Italian.
Right.
This town, they're German. Next town over, they're Italian.
Then over there, they're French.
Over there, they're French.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's just how it is. We're not sponsored by Rockies.
We are not.
They're quite good.
It's good food, yeah.
Yeah, it's very good food. And it's locally owned. That's the thing I love.
Yeah. Rocky's an actual dude.
Yeah, he's a real guy.
Mm-hmm.
They got two restaurants.
Mm-hmm.
They're both in North Dakota. Is there only two? Or is there more?
I think there might be a third one in South Dakota.
Okay.
But Rocky also owns all the Taco Johns.
Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. This is his passion project.
It is
what this is.
Mm-hmm.
Which I think is good. But it's fun that we have a locally owned fast food place.
Yeah.
Outside the closest thing to that is Culver's, and that's local in the sense of the Midwest is all one big town.
Right.
They're based in Wisconsin.
Something like that, yeah. I mean that's where we get the Kurter burger when that comes back occasionally. Man,
last year's Kurter burger was such a disappointment for me. Not the concept wasn't disappointing, but the one time I went and I went to get the Kurter burger, I got a curd where all of the cheese had drained out of the shell. There was no cheese in it.
Damn it.
There are hardly any. You get that sometimes with fried mozzarella sticks where it broke open at some point.
Right.
I think it might have been too hot. I think that's the problem is maybe the fryer's too hot.
Sure.
It breaks open and all the cheese is liquid and just drains out and you're left with a shell of breading. And I think that's the curd that I got on last year's Kurter burger. Because I'm only going to get it once. I'm only going to do that to my arteries one time.
When it comes out. I mean, when it comes back, you get it and then that's it.
Yeah, that's the only one. That's the only one for the year. Not that I don't I say that almost oh, I just can't do that much. Fairly often, every third time that I go to Culver's, I will get an order of cheese curds with it.
Sure.
which that's the same thing as just getting one big cheese curd and having it on the burger. So I guess it's not in essence any worse, but maybe it's the principle of the thing. I don't know.
You're not like me with the McRib when it comes back.
Yeah, where I think there was one time you went twice in one day.
I just got 2 of them.
You got 2 of them.
Yeah, guys,
right.
You know what? Make that 2.
Yeah. Why don't you just get me 2? Just give me 2 McRibs.
Right.
Yeah, I don't mind the McRib.
You don't mind it?
I don't mind it. I mean, you know me, I'm not big on sauces, so I don't tend to slather it in barbecue sauce.
See, I'm the other way. I love food is just a platform for condiments for me.
I see. Yeah. I think like if I could get sauce on the side, just put a little bit of it on there.
Sure.
Then that would be all right with me. But I feel like part of the American thing with barbecue or what have you is to just put a absolute fuckload of sauce on it. See, I don't care for that.
The problem is I've actually worked in a kitchen in a McDonald's where the McRib had come in. How they store them throughout the day is in a big bain marie that's just sauce.
Yeah,
and then they just take it out of that sauce and slam it on the bread.
I see.
So getting the sauce on the side is, I guess I could probably.
I feel
fry
like
a new one.
I feel like I've seen more recently, because you haven't worked at McDonald's in a while.
Yeah, it's been over 30
So I feel like I've seen more recently like the frozen rib congealment, because I'm sure it's reconstituted.
Oh, of course
rib
it
meat.
is.
I think I've seen that on its own, put in like the reheaters or whatever.
Sure.
So I guess I don't know. I don't know if the assembly process has changed since you worked at McDonald's. I don't know.
Right, that was 1990.
I'm sure it's changed.
Or 91. Yeah.
Yeah. It's I'm sure that McDonald's has changed it up in the last 36 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Ooh.
I took some pizza home.
Did you?
Because they got every time not every time, but many of the times that we get pizza at work, it arrives as I'm coming back from lunch.
Sure.
And then people are like, Kale, do you want some pizza? And I'm like, I just ate a full meal. I am not hungry. It feels like in my life, people very often only offer me free food when I am not hungry. Like I did a remote yesterday and got offered some food, and I politely declined, but I always feel bad turning down food, but it's like, I'm not hungry. I'm not going to eat food just because someone offered it to me.
What did they offer you at the fireworks store?
They had like pizza in the back.
Oh,
they had like ordered a pizza, eating it on the go because they were busy. But
I love fireworks remotes.
I'm not super keen on them, just because we're doing them in late June, early July,
right?
Which means that the people who are there are not necessarily super keen to talk to you because they have a lot of shit to do,
right?
So I find that kind of frustrating, just because it's if you have guests on, you want them to have some level of like exuberance and
engagement,
and you also I don't like feeling like I am a nuisance when it's like we're both just here trying to do our jobs, but I'm in the way.
I told you about the one year. Yeah, I told you about that. I was doing a fireworks remote, and the owner and namesake of the business, I'm going to interview him, and he comes and sits down next to me in the big tent full of fireworks.
And starts smoking?
He's smoking a cigarette.
Oh, my God.
A lit cigarette in one hand, and I'm like, well, this is how it ends.
This is not how I envisioned dying. Yeah, that would be frightening. Would not care for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he wouldn't put his beer down, so I had to put the microphone up to his mouth for him.
Smoke is an open flame and alcohol in next to a lot of fireworks. A classic combination. Throw some firearms in there for good measure. And we've got a party in the USA. Miley Cyrus.
I just heard that song. Where did I hear that song?
Yeah, in what context did you hear Party in the USA in the year of our Lord 2026?
Where? Oh, it was at work last night. Somebody played it on the jukebox.
Oh. I mean, I guess it's the time of year.
Yeah.
If you were going to play Party in the USA.
Uh-huh.
It's that time.
Yeah.
When did that come out? That had to have been like 2010.
Or before. I think it was before 2010.
Like that, it was like peak Hannah Montana time.
Right.
For Miley. And it was one of her first big like solo. It was her first big pop hit, I think it was.
First big pop hit.
First non-country one.
As Miley Cyrus.
Yeah. Well, because the character of Hannah Montana was a country singer as well, I believe.
Yeah. And in a TV show.
In a TV show,
yeah.
Yes. The fictional character was a country singer.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was her solo music as well. Speaking of solo artists, by the way, finally, there will be a new Phoebe Bridgers album in August. I saw that, and it made me pleased. Because it's been like 6 years. Punisher came out in like February of 2020 or something like that, or maybe it was 2019. Mm-hmm. But it's been a long time since her last. So like Boy Genius, put out an album a couple years ago,
and she's in that.
Yes, but it was just very nice to see something from her, because I saw like not too long ago someone asked on Reddit, it was like, what happened to Phoebe Bridgers? Where's she at? Why haven't we heard from her in a while? And yeah, I don't know if she's still with Bo Burnham or not. They were apparently.
Oh really? Or an item?
Yeah, they were dating for a bit.
Really?
And maybe still are. I don't know. Bo Burnham also hasn't done anything
since
in a while.
The pandemic. I think, yeah.
He was kind of going insane. And then it's been quiet since then, because he had been directing some movies up till that. I don't think he.
Right. He did direct a movie. I think.
A couple maybe, but I don't know if he's done anything since Inside.
Right.
Yeah, but I'm happy to see. So I listened to the single on the album. It was quite good. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head.
Phoebe's single.
Yeah, Phoebe Bridgers single.
Not to be confused with the Singles soundtrack, which is kind of the soundtrack to my youth.
I'm not familiar with what you're.
There was a movie called Singles.
Uh-huh.
It was the ultimate Gen X movie.
Okay.
It actually starred members of Pearl Jam and Soundgarden.
Oh boy. Oh wow. So I imagine the whole soundtrack was just lots of grunge.
Yeah.
All right.
Lots of grunge, and also the Replacements were in there. They're from
Seattle,
Minneapolis.
Okay,
but the rest of them are from Seattle.
I thought it was going to be like an all Seattle sort of, like the Replacements close. When they were in there just because they're from Seattle.
No.
What if it was all grunge and then like one? It's like all grunge and then I guess I don't even. Why can't I remember the name of the artist I'm trying to think of? It's past the proper time period, but the German pop star, the every time we touch.
You're talking about
oh God,
Callboy, Electric Callboy.
They did a cover.
Okay.
Earlier the pop song Every Time We Touch.
Right.
Cascada.
There it is.
Or Cascada, or however it's supposed to be said. But yeah, the Electric Callboy version is awesome.
Yeah.
And the music video is fucking hilarious, which they've got something new coming out finally.
Yeah.
In a couple months. Or maybe sooner than that. I remember when I saw the Spotify announcement, I was like, that's a long time in the future to have the announcement. But it's sooner rather than later, I think, at this point. So yeah, I'm glad some new music coming out. I feel like it's been a good year for new music.
It has been a good year for new music.
There's been a lot of stuff that I like that's come out this year, which has been nice. Speaking of new stuff that's new to me. Yeah, I have my rule book now for Warhammer 40K.
Oh, nice.
Or at least the core rules anyway. It's a little confusing. So I mean, there's a little bit of a racket in the sense that the rule book points you to the app for a number of things. Like, check out the app to learn more about this. But then it's like hard to find the reference. And then also their army builder built into the app doesn't work unless you scan a code in the codex for your faction, which if I was going to do that, I would have to buy a 10th edition codex for Space Marines because the 11th edition codex is not out. That's just the way the game works. You know, if your army does not have its own codex with its own specialized rules, then you just use the previous edition's codex until something new comes out. But the new codex is going to come out like in August or September. So I'm not buying the 10th edition one just to then have to buy a new one in a couple of months.
Just feels like Games Workshop is trying to get a lot of money out of you.
Yeah, I don't know. They do definitely love money. Games Workshop, why have you done it this way? I like money. Yeah, like so I'm not going to do that. The rules, like there's so many different like apps and like free apps and services and whatnot that the rules are available in various forms, but it's not all super convenient for me. Part of the problem is that I do not have a printer. And there are a lot of these things I would want to print out to just have them, you know, on the table in front of me that I can look at without having to page through like a Google Doc, which I find frustrating. That's the whole reason why I bought the actual physical rule book, is because I don't like reading off of digital screens for that for some reason. It's so weird. I will spend all day scrolling Reddit and reading things on there, but if you ask me to like actually read like some content or some media or like read something that I really have to analyze, I don't want to do it. I'm like, no, that's not how you learn.
You have to learn from paper.
Yeah, it's a weird mental block that I have where I feel like I kind of avoid that a little bit with D&D, but also I have a foundation of knowledge about 5th edition built off of physical books.
Right.
Like when I started learning 5th edition, I sat down with the 5th edition rule book or with the player's handbook, and I read pretty much all the way through it, and learned it that way.
Well, can you take like a thumb drive into Office Max or whatever?
I'm sure. Yeah, I'm sure I could, or just into work. Honestly,
yeah.
Like the stuff that I would need to print for like data sheets is a couple of pages. So it's not like a massive theft of ink and paper.
I don't think they would care if it was a couple of sheets.
No one gives a shit. But I need to figure out like how to build my list and all the stuff that I need to know. Me and our buddy Drew are hoping we're planning at the moment on maybe meeting up here on Saturday and just sort of like kind of putzing around and
like
playing
this
like
coming Saturday?
Yeah, and like, well, I guess I don't know if we said specifically what day. Maybe it might be Sunday. I don't know.
4th of July.
Well, at some point soon, probably this weekend, we'll meet up and just kind of like figure stuff out and try to play a game, basically. Because I've been reading like the rule book. I've been reading it at night as I'm getting ready for bed. So after about 15 minutes, the what's the fucking drug that I take that makes me go to sleep?
Benadryl?
Melatonin.
Oh, melatonin.
The melatonin kicks in.
Heroin.
And the heroin kicks in and makes it. I mean, I guess opioids, could help you sleep in theory.
Yeah.
It was, it's is it technically a depressant, opioids?
Yeah, technically, I guess.
I think so. I don't know.
A painkiller.
Yeah. In any way, hard drugs I take to help me go to sleep, melatonin. The hard drugs you can get at the grocery store. That starts to kick in after about 20 minutes, so I don't get a lot of learning done. It hurts my brain a little bit. I feel like a lot of it is the sort of thing that that it will make a lot more sense once everything kind of starts to come together of like, I've got my sheets, I've got my units, I've got, now we do this. And that's how that's supposed to work. And understanding how they all interact might help me a little bit. It is also a little frustrating because like the other tabletop game I play, being Dungeons and Dragons, is a game that I know extremely well, but I know it extremely well because I've been playing it for 10 years.
Sure.
So like there's that frustration of, well, why am I not good at it already?
Yeah, right. You're accustomed to being good at the tabletop game.
Yeah, it's like you gotta suck at something first. That's how it works.
Wait, you've been playing D&D since you were 5?
Yeah, because I'm 15 years old. I have a house.
Yeah.
I have a job. I have a cat. I
thought that was pretty impressive.
I have a car, and I'm 15 years old. But yeah, it's a little frustrating, sort of starting from absolute zero, and needing to sort of learn, from the very beginning. So it's. Mm-hmm. I think I will. I hope at least I will start to understand it a little bit better. And learn as I play. I think that will be helpful for me because at the moment it's all just kind of like, well, what? There. I also think I need more dice.
That's always the case, though.
Yeah. Well, the problem with 40K is depending upon what unit you're using. You might need as many as like 20 D6 in a roll.
Oh, geez.
Like the rolls can get very, very big. It's all D6s.
Oh.
Like there's no, that's the only dice used in the game.
I know you got a buttload of D6s.
I do, but they're big. They're full-size D6s.
Don't you? Well, no,
I have some mini ones, but not enough.
No, that's Matt that has the.
Matt, I think, has he has like he got himself what are basically 40K D6s specifically for Fireball that he would use for Fireball. But yeah, I think I need to, next time I'm at the game store, I'm sure they have a bunch of different mini D6s. They might even have like one specific, well, I don't think they would have Crimson Fist ones. They would probably only have, that's the name of my army.
Okay.
Crimson Fists.
Yeah. Like
you punched someone and you've got blood on your fist.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Get your mind out of the gutter, sir. But I don't think they would have those because they've not really been an officially supported like chapter by Games Workshop. Like they are an official chapter, but like Games Workshop has not made anything new for them in a very long time, like specifically for them. Mm-hmm. That might change next year. There were some rumors and leaks that they're going to get a bunch of stuff for the 40th anniversary of the franchise because they were the original poster boys of the game. Mm-hmm. Like the book cover that was used as the original album art for that Bolt Thrower album. Mm-hmm. That's the Crimson Fists. Nice. Before they changed it to the legally distinct one, which is funny to me that they did that because I'm pretty sure when they originally used what was just the Warhammer 40,000 Rogue Trader, I'm pretty sure they got Games Workshop's permission for it. So I don't know if there was just some sort of change in legal status that they decided to change the art, but that's the original album art. That's the Crimson Fists on there because it was literally just the cover art for the first edition of Warhammer 40K. So they've been around for a long time in the game, literally since the beginning, but they haven't had anything new in like 20 years. I think that like the model for their chapter master, I think, is still available. I don't know if it's still in print, but you can still buy it, but it's quite old at this point. And I really hope they give him a new one because it would be nice. Otherwise, I will make my own.
Because you do that now.
I can. I haven't kit bashed yet, but I might get around to it. But yeah, the old Space Marines are kind of wonky looking compared to the new ones, because they are smaller and their proportions are weird.
Made of different material, aren't they?
No, well, it depends on how old we're talking. If we're talking about original, they'd be metal. But for a little bit, like Games Workshop has basically always done plastic. Like they, since the early days, they've done some kits in plastic. The difference between plastic and metal is that the die for metal, the like casting die, is much easier to set up quickly. It's a much low. There's a lot lower overhead for metal casting for like miniatures and whatnot. So they would use that for like any kind of specialty thing that they were going to make. Like if there was going to be something that was going to be like a low print run, that would always be in metal. But if there was something that they knew they were going to sell a lot of,
plastic,
they would invest in plastic. But the technology for like injection molding has gotten much better over time, and it's also gotten cheaper. And so progressively, Games Workshop has done more and more and more of their range in exclusively plastic. They still do some in resin. Games Workshop doesn't. Technically, one of their subsidiaries, which is called Forge World, handles all of that. The resin, however, has a less than stellar reputation for quality. Even if all of the details are good, resin is just a lot harder to work with than plastic. You can't use like any sort of cements or anything on it. You can only use super glue, which is a bit of a pain. Like plastic cement sets quite a lot quicker. It takes like a day to cure, but it will hold fast within a couple of minutes.
Nice.
Versus super glue, which might take like an hour before you can really futz with it at all.
That's why you would generally not 3D print, I suppose.
I mean, there are some people who do 3D print parts or like whole armies and whatnot. Part of the argument against 3D printing for some miniatures stuff, as far as like 40K goes, is the quality of your printer can really make a difference as far as like how obvious the print lines are, like the layers of the material. Like Games Workshop plastic is really high quality stuff. They can pack in a lot of detail in there. But they also, if you're playing in an official tournament and they find out you've got 3D printed stuff, they might not be happy about that. They probably aren't going to be happy about that. Local game stores don't generally give a shit, but different games, it's a totally different matter. Like Trench Crusade, they don't give a shit. Like the Trench Crusade launched with like, here's the art, and we are making official models, and here's what they look like. But if you can use whatever you want as long as it fits the vibe. Use your fucking Warhammer minis if you want. Just, make them look a bit more demonic World War I. Like the producers of Trench Crusade are totally cool with, people 3D printing their miniatures and stuff, which I think is pretty neat. But if your goal is to make money, then you're missing out on a little bit by doing that. Games Workshop has they have a lot of experience. They've been around for a while.
So the 80s.
People tend to think of them as big evil gaming company. I feel like they're kind of a normal company, and just by the standards of companies doing stuff in the world today, they're all right.
Sure.
They're probably okay.
They're not Microsoft.
Yeah. They actually make stuff.
Yeah.
They're a company and they actually make things is the thing. That's rare these days. But yeah, they're I've heard a lot of good things about their customer service, especially.
Oh, wow.
If you buy something directly from them and there's something wrong with it and you let them know, they will just send you an entirely new one. Even if like Like my tank that I have sitting in the box there waiting to be assembled.
Someday.
If I opened that up, if I had bought it directly from them, which I didn't, but if I had bought it directly from them and I opened that up and I found one part was molded incorrectly, and I sent a picture of it to them, they'd send me an entirely new tank. Yep, we'll just send you a whole new box. So then I would basically have 2 tanks.
Nice.
And that's happened a lot because at the scale they operate on, that's just the most convenient way to do things. We're not going to clip out this one part and find a way to ship it to you. We're just going to send you the whole thing. Here you go.
Probably be way cheaper then.
Yeah, it's cheaper for them to do it that way, and it's nice. It's a small little nice thing for the consumer. One of the few nice things they do for their consumers. I definitely don't want to sound like a Games Workshop ass kisser. I think they're just not as bad as a lot of people claim. They've never sent the Pinkertons after anybody, which is more than can be said for Wizards of the Coast.
Right. I forgot the Pinkertons were still a thing.
Yeah, they still exist.
Yeah.
They're still fucking corporate thugs.
Wow.
They really have not changed since the 1860s. They're still assholes. But yeah. Games Workshop has never done that. They've never sent corporate mercenaries after someone because they brought 3D printed models to a tournament. But I don't remember the full story with that Wizards of the. It was some guy had like certain Magic the Gathering cards that they sent to him, but they weren't there. It was stuff that wasn't supposed to be released yet or something like that. But they sent the fucking Pinkertons to like take them back or some shit like that. It's wild.
Wow.
Instead of just being like, oh, well, which anybody else reasonable would do.
Right.
They're fucking cards, dude. It's Magic the Gathering cards. And they were new ones, too, so they're not worth anything.
Wow.
It's not like he had stolen one of those ones that's worth like $1 million.
I should go through my Magic collection.
You can. There's plenty of different online places where you can check what's worth what.
I think there's an app.
Yeah, I'm sure there is.
Yeah.
Yeah. He didn't steal one of Post Malone's prized collection of rare Magic the Gathering cards. He doesn't collect art. He collects rare MTG cards.
He's probably got a Black Lotus or 2 in there.
Yeah, I'm sure he does. I think he actually does, actually.
Yeah.
He's a big like Magic the Gathering player.
Yeah.
He has like tournaments at his house.
Wow.
Because he has a huge house.
Because he's wealthy.
Because he's rich. Would you like to talk about Converge?
Who's that?
I don't know.
Yeah, let's
I don't actually know who Converge is.
Don't you? We haven't met.
Yeah, I haven't met them.
Yeah.
I don't know who they really are.
Yeah.
Underneath.
Yeah, when the cameras are off, the microphones are off, they unzip. And then they step out of their human suits and
they're actually just, it's like that movie Under the Skin where the alien that Scarlett Johansson is playing is actually just sort of a like black outline of a humanoid figure wearing Scarlett Johansson skin. Anyway, you'll see if you go by God City Studio at the right time, you'll see Kurt Ballou step out of his skin. No, so if you don't know, Converge is an American metalcore band from Salem, Massachusetts. They have been around since 1990 when they were all teenagers. The 2 consistent members of the band have been Kurt Ballou and Jacob Bannon. Kurt Ballou being guitarist, Jacob Bannon being vocalist. And since 2000, they've had the same lineup of those 2 plus Ben Collar on drums and Nate Newton on bass and backing vocals. And it's been the same since the release of Jane Doe. And they've been cranking out music ever since then.
So how long before their founding did it take for them to make their first studio album? Was it
I
like 10 years?
It was like 95.
Oh, okay.
I think was when their like pre Jane Doe stuff is a little difficult to find. I have like a wall flag that I don't have hung up for the one immediately before Jane Doe. The name of the album escapes me. I always remember the name of a song instead of the name of the album. The name of the song I can remember is The High Cost of Playing God. And I remember it because that's a dope title.
That is a dope title.
But I cannot remember the name of the album. But that's a pretty good album. But anything before then is kind of difficult to come by because they were young. They made a couple of releases, but
they're not on Spotify.
They might be. But it's been a while since I've listened that far back in their discography because, it starts to become apparent. It's like, oh, they were 18 when they made this. Right. Like, it's definitely got that sort of vibe. But Jane Doe was sort of their big kind of break into not mainstream by any stretch of the imagination, but sort of critical acclaim on a sort of national stage for metal and hardcore. And since then they've become the elder statesmen of metalcore, I guess. They've been doing it longer than anybody else, basically.
Well, isn't Kurt Ballou like a day younger than I am or something like that?
Yeah, something like that. He's like a day younger than you.
Right.
They just a few months ago, back in January, they put out the album Love Is Not Enough, which we talked about earlier this year. And that was great because it was like, oh my gosh, finally new Converge. And it's, it's just them, like they did Blood Moon back in 2021, which was really good. I loved that, but that was a collaboration with them.
Jasmine Wolf.
You do that every time. Local business owner and musician.
Yeah.
No, Chelsea Wolf.
Chelsea Wolf.
And from Cave In, Stephen Brodsky.
Yeah.
And that's really good. I love that album. But before then, it had been since 2017 with The Dusk and Us.
Yeah, something like that.
2017 or 2018. It had been a while since it was just them releasing a hardcore, a metalcore album. And so, wow, what a treat. New Converge. And then shortly after that, it was like, oh my gosh, there's a new Neurosis album and whatnot. And then a few months later, like a few months ago, I was looking, it was like, oh, there's a new Converge single. They must be putting out like a EP of B-sides or something like that. Stuff that
didn't make the album.
Yeah. And then I was looking, it was like, oh, they're putting out another album. They're making another album, which feels like an embarrassment of riches to get two Converge albums in the same year, even if they are only like a half an hour long.
Right.
Each. I think what Kurt Ballou had said was they decided to release them sort of one after the other because he was dubious of the idea that listeners had the patience for a double album, which I do.
Sure.
But I'm not.
You're typical.
I'm not most listeners.
Yeah.
I think it also does depend on the genre as well. I cannot imagine listening to a hour plus long album of grindcore tracks.
Yeah.
Like if I was if Wormrot put out, an hour and 5 minute album that was like all the other Wormrot albums, except it was 3 times the length, I don't know if I would enjoy the experience of sitting down and listening to the whole thing in a single shot.
I mean, they're not a thing anymore now, but
yeah, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But if they became a thing again,
yes.
I mean, there are other grindcore artists out there as well. But in any case, I mean, I have sat through hour plus long Converge albums before. It's called Jane Doe, and it's fucking amazing. But I do get where he's coming from with that. And they apparently set out when they started the development for Love Is Not Enough. They initially apparently wanted to make something that was a bit more like a noise rock album, which I still want to hear that. I still want to hear Converge making a noise rock album. But it just, what ended up coming out of the creative process wasn't that. But according to Kurt, Hum of Hurt is a little bit closer to what their original idea was. And like I said last week when I brought this album up, I was like, oh, it's more aggressive and it's more raw. And I hadn't listened to the full thing at the time.
Yeah.
It definitely comes out of the gate that way, but it's a lot moodier in spaces than my initial impression was.
Especially the back half of it.
Yeah, the back half has a lot more sort of sludge to it. And a lot more space sort of in that song, or in the songs. There's more ambience in the back half, and some of it was almost like a little reminiscent to bits and pieces from You Fail Me, which was their follow-up to Jane Doe, which was a much more sort of stripped down album. And there's a lot from like You Fail Me and No Heroes that I made the comparison to No Heroes with Love Is Not Enough, and I feel like this also fits into there as well, because there's on both those albums some big more dynamic tracks that take their time. And this album has most of those. There wasn't much of that on Love Is Not Enough. Love Is Not Enough kept the tempo up more consistently throughout, where this felt free to take its time.
But there was one song where they were just kind of doing a thing. What was the third to last song? It was.
You're talking about It Used to Matter?
Yes.
Yeah, It Used to Matter is basically just a ambient sort of intro.
Yeah.
To the title track. That one really felt like something off of You Fail Me or No Heroes. I kind of miss the guitar tone on New Hero or No Heroes. New Heroes?
New Heroes.
That would be a much more hopeful. Here are the new heroes. Yeah, there's something about the guitar tone on No Heroes I've really, really loved. Not that it's ever bad with Converge. Kurt knows what he's doing.
Yeah. There's one song in here where the guitar tone just had me going, oh.
Yeah. Nobody puts together a mean guitar tone like Kurt Ballou. I don't know what the fuck happened to Nails. Did we ever listen to Nails?
We did.
They were kind of like a power violence grindcore band.
Yeah.
I don't know if they put out anything new recently, but he did one of their albums, and that has Kurt Ballou did one of their albums. And that has probably the most disgusting guitar tone I've ever heard, in the best possible way. Like it's just so fucking gnarly. I don't know what the fuck happened to Nails. I don't know if they're still around or not. I don't know.
No, did he play or did he engineer?
He just engineered.
Yeah.
He was, they came to God City and he recorded with them and sort of helped them pick their gear and put together what the tone would sound like on the album. But as an engineer does, as is their job, the engineer / producer. This album slapped.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh for sure. Oh yeah.
Don't you know?
You betcha. Reviews put together, 81% is about what it came out to, which is pretty solid.
Yeah.
What's your favorite song on the record?
Okay, well, on one hand, a really good Converge song is Doom and Bloom. I think really good.
Yes.
But I think my favorite just song on here is Nothing Is Over.
The album closer, Nothing Is Over. I feel like we're of differing opinions. I like Nothing Is Over. It's on the lower end of my favorites on the album.
Really?
I mean, I don't want to say anything bad about it. There were parts of it where I was like,
it was different.
It was different. I felt towards the end, it was like a little samey to me, but I don't think there's anything wrong with the song. It just didn't quite scratch the same itch for me.
All right.
As far as like the harsher side of the album, it only gets worse. is such a fucking killer track.
You're not wrong about that.
That song, like that is probably the most aggressive song on the album.
Yeah.
I do agree also that Doom and Bloom is like the most classically Converge. Like you'll hear something like Doom and Bloom on almost every one of their albums.
Yeah.
It definitely, it could fit in almost anywhere in their discography. It's a classic. My other favorites is It Used to Matter, Into the Title Track.
Yeah.
Those two together, I really love that combo. I really like the title track also because you get a lot of Nate. There's actually a lot of Nate Newton on this album. Well, the bass, but also his vocals.
Yeah. Oh, sure, yeah.
Yeah, like there's a couple where he almost steps into the lead with the vocals. I've always liked his vocals. I love hearing him on Cave In as well. So yeah, I love Nate Newton. I love Old Man Gloom. I need to listen to more Old Man Gloom, honestly. I don't know if he's still active with that band or not, because that was like his side project.
Sure.
One of the many Converge side projects that there have been over the years. I don't know how many different bands Ben Collar has been in, because he's a drummer. You can just do that.
Right.
You're very in demand. I saw they played a set on KEXP, which I love seeing like live performances there. They do like really, really well engineered live performances. Them and audio, or maybe it was Audio Tree I saw them on. They're both of like the same caliber of people doing really well engineered live performances on YouTube. But whatever it was on, I hadn't seen like Ben Collar in a while.
Yeah.
In my head, he always looks the same way that he did in like 2005, which is, kind of a skinny drummer dude with long hair. And I was like, Ben Collar looks like a dad now.
Yeah. Well, it was over 20 years ago.
He's got like a beard and whatnot. He just looks like a normal sort of dad. I was like, wait, that's Ben? What? Everybody else looks like Jacob Bannon has hardly changed in the last 26 years. He's just gotten some more wrinkles. That's basically the only difference. His hair is basically the same. He's gotten more tattoos. That's about it.
Right.
Like Jacob Bannon has looked exactly the same. As far back as you can look at pictures of him, he looks like, I think his hair maybe used to be a little bit longer, but other than that, he has hardly changed at all.
So maybe he is in a suit.
Maybe. Or maybe Jacob Bannon is some sort of a vampire.
Sure.
But it seems like he's using his powers for good.
He's a good vampire.
Yeah, he's singing in a hardcore band and doing watercolor and running a record label. And that's
the life right there.
That's the life. I did in the Audio Tree video, which I recommend if you just search like Converge Audio Tree. It's performances cut with an interview with Kurt and Jacob, and someone mentioned, it's like, I think this is the longest period of time I've seen Jacob Bannon stand still. Or sit still, because like you can see him, he's like sitting there on a stool and the knee is just bouncing. It's like when they're on stage, he is moving. He is always moving around in a way that's impressive. And it's not that he's like super old. He's around your age, so he's ancient. But no, like. He's not doing, Greg Puciato bullshit, but he's not jumping off of the top of the fucking stage scaffolding and threatening to crush some unsuspecting fans.
Yeah.
Although Greg Puciato's not the biggest guy in the world, so
he's not.
He's a compact man, muscular, so quite dense, but.
I saw a video from way, way back in the day of the band Stormtroopers of Death, as we've listened to them one time. Their singer Billy was on top of a very tall stack of speakers. Billy's not a little dude.
Yeah,
he's a fairly and he dove. He threw his lit cigar into the audience, which that's a fucking asshole move right there. But and then he stage dove. You couldn't see the faces of the people under him. They had to have been like horrified.
Oh God! Oh God! Yeah, I feel like if you go to a Dillinger Escape Plan show, you should expect Greg to be on top of you at some point. It doesn't matter where you are.
Yeah.
Greg will find you and he will stand on you
backstage
at some point. I saw they were playing somewhere. They were playing like sort of an amphitheater with like a cover over it. But Ben Wyman, guitarist, had like run all the way around to the top of the amphitheater with like his wireless set up and was like standing, balancing on the railing. What the fuck, dude? I want to know what the throughout the history of that band, what the total cost in medical bills has been for them hurting themselves doing dumb shit.
How many broken bones have there been?
It's like if the members of Jackass started a mathcore band.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, they're some... I mean, I guess it's just Bam who's related. Bam's older brother was the drummer for CKY, which was like an alternative metal band, I think. But yeah, I keep forgetting there's a new Jackass movie out.
Yeah, there is.
Which I don't know. I still didn't see the fourth one because this is the fifth one, isn't it?
Right. Yeah, my son enjoys that. So my youngest, he enjoys that stuff. I told you the story about how he wanted to go see the fourth movie.
But he didn't want to swear.
He didn't want to cuss. So instead he said, Dad, can we go see the Donkey Show?
The Donkey Show, yeah. That's right.
I looked at him like, what? So we went to Tijuana.
Yeah. That would be the Burro Show.
Burro, yeah.
No, I've always liked Jackass. It's fun to see people get the shit beat out of them, I guess.
Yeah, and it's not people who were unwilling.
Yeah,
they came into this
know
knowing
what they're
was,
doing. Yeah. Well, I won't say they know what they're doing. They know what they signed up for.
Yeah,
at the very least. I'm just shocked that they made another one at all.
Yeah, shocked that are any of them dead?
I mean, Ryan Dunn died a while ago.
Sure.
I don't know if any of the other main Jackasses have died though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Bam's out of there just because too many issues.
He's a problem.
Yeah. But other than that, everybody else is alive and well, more or less, other than health problems incurred from doing what they've been doing, other than Johnny Knoxville's balls.
Yeah.
Alive and as well as they can be, considering. Steve-O especially.
Yeah, I mean he's apparently clean and sober.
He's been clean and sober since before the third one, which that's over a decade ago at this point. But yeah, all things considered, it's honestly nice to see them as like, oh, they're all still okay. They're all right. That's good.
They were never
okay. They're alive
yeah.
and prosperous.
Yeah.
I once heard someone, I think it was an Astro Goblin video, which is a channel I like. Mm-hmm. They were playing like an old Jackass video game.
Mm-hmm.
And someone made the comment of, I think Chris Pontius has whatever the opposite of body dysmorphia is. He is the most comfortable in his body that anyone has ever been. And I heard that and I was like thinking back on all the various like skits and stunts. It's like, yeah, no, that makes sense. I can see it.
Yeah.
The dude is not embarrassed about his body whatsoever. But yeah, Jackass. Anyway, Hum of Hurt. By the way, the title I thought was interesting because it's in reference to The Hum, which if you don't know what The Hum is, it's a thing in certain places of the world where people will hear a mysterious hum and it drives them fucking nuts.
And it goes on forever.
I don't know if that was a reference to in the Wonder Years album, obviously.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know if they were referencing the hum. It's something I didn't know about until I watched a video about it. There's a a electronic artist / hacker named Ben Jordan, who did a video about the hum because he does a ton of like field recordings. He'll just go outside and record sounds and stuff. And he was curious about this weird noise that seems to cause like people who hear it report like really high rates of anxiety,
nausea.
Nausea and like bad stuff. People have moved because they can't they're uncomfortable in their homes because they hear this weird noise that nothing can seem to stop. And it's this weird phenomenon that's reported many places over the world that doesn't seem to have any one single cause. There's been many proposed causes, even like sort of brain toxicity from taking too much ibuprofen. But yeah, it's mysterious, but it's a well-documented thing. You can go to these places and you can set up microphones. It's like, yeah, there's a noise here. Where it's coming from
we don't know.
Why is anybody's guess. But yeah, the title is sort of in reference to that. A hum that hurts people. That was a fun little mystery and rabbit hole to find out about. I was like, I've never heard of this. Oh, this is actually real. It's fun. It's fun when you hear about one of these mysteries and you look into it and you're not immediately like, well, this is obviously bullshit.
Right.
Like there's some of those things where you look into it's like, obviously this is just bullshit. It's fun to find one where you look into it and you're like, oh, there's actual evidence. We just don't know what it is.
Right.
I like those kinds of mysteries. But yeah, what metal do you bestow upon this album? Like Maskanada to Chewbacca,
I give it a high silver.
I agree. Yeah. I don't like it as much as Love Is Not Enough, which I believe I gave a gold. I think we both gave it gold.
I think so, yeah.
I think Love Is Not Enough is the stronger of the two. But this is still really good. I'm never going to be upset about more Converge. Speaking of Star Wars, by the way, because I mentioned Star Wars Episode 9, because they appeared again in Mandalorian and Grogu, and they were in The Mandalorian, I remembered that my favorite thing, and really the only thing I liked about Star Wars Episode 9 was Babu Frick. You remember that guy?
No.
He's the tiny little droid mechanic.
Oh, right.
He's
Yeah.
Oh, I will fix the droid. Okay. Hey!
Yeah.
He's called an Anzellan, and there's like 4 of them that are in The Mandalorian, and I love them. I don't care about any of the other stuff. I just want I want a whole episode of a show that's just these little puppets. I think that's the real reason why they're so great is they're all little practical puppets.
Right.
There's a whole part apparently of Mandalorian Grogu where it's just Grogu and the Anzellans. I saw a clip. They have to sneak into some place through the sewers, and there's a pipe they have to climb into, and Grogu's looking down the pipe, and one of the Anzellans pokes his head and goes, "Big pipe, huh?" It's just because they all have these weird little Jewish man voices. Or they're like a tiny, if they were a tiny New Jersey mechanic.
Okay, oh, bad baby. What are you doing?
They're just, I love them. I don't know why. I need more Anzellans in my life, but
sure.
It's fun to do the voice too. But anyway, next week, what do you want to talk about?
Okay, I'm going to take us back a few years here. I'm going to bring in a band I've brought before.
Okay.
This would be their Grown Up, the album where you were at, they're Grown Ups now. Going to go back to 1990 for Persistence of Time
by
Anthrax.
Okay. Yeah. Yes, okay. Yeah, it's been a while since we talked about Anthrax.
Yeah.
It's been a while. All right. So yeah, Persistence of Time by Anthrax. I'm turning into Worf. Captain, the persistence of time. I suggest we blow it the fuck up.
Because Worf, known for his cussing.
Worf just constantly swearing. Yeah. What if Just one time in one episode of TNG, someone said the F word. Where would you put it?
If one time in the Next Generation.
If you could only use any episode of Star Trek TNG, any episode, one F word and only one F word, where would you put it?
Well, I would have Geordie LaForge say it.
Okay.
And it would be an emergency where he's asking for more
from
the engine.
Go the fuck to sleep.
Yeah, go the fuck to sleep.
Well, because does
he read? He reads the book on the audio book, right?
I think he has. I don't know when he did that first. I remember him reading that. I promise we'll end the episode sometime soon. I remember him reading that. There was a Rooster Teeth yearly stream they would do for charity, and his daughter worked for them at the time, and it was like a 24-hour stream. So it was the middle of the night. It was like 2 a.m. And he came on and read, like everybody gathered up with their blankets and sat in front, and he read them go the fuck to sleep. So that's what I remember LeVar Burton reading that. He's read it other times, I'm pretty sure.
I feel like I've heard Morgan Freeman read it as well.
Probably. By the way, my choice of where to put the one F-bomb in TNG would probably be resistance is fucking futile. But yeah,
the Borg is just potty mouth.
Yeah, we're really out of character for the Borg.
Yes.
But anyway, thank you very much for listening to another episode of the Bronze Metalist Podcast. Why don't you go ahead and subscribe to our feed on whatever service you're using to listen to us? And thank you again for listening. I'm Kale.
I'm OJ.
Congratulations!